What's up guys, Dibble1987 here. Welcome to part 1 of my multiple part video series regarding the Mass Effect gaming series. If you guys have not viewed my intro video, I suggest that you view that first so that you'll get the general picture of where we're headed with this. How did I get involved with Mass Effect? I first got exposed to the franchise when Electronic Gaming Monthly did a preview article on it on their September 2006 issue. This is the copy of the magazine in question. I've read the article at least a dozen times, and there was something that actually stood out to me, which is namely how decisions that you make in the first game could potentially affect the sequels. To the best extent of my knowledge, very few games have ever done that. And even then, with BioWare's earlier titles, like say Baldur's Gate, it was done in a very limited format. Any video game that used data file transfer was few and far between. And from what I noticed, like from the Japanese gaming industry, there were only 3 franchises that actually used such a feature. Namely, Dot Hack for the PS2 back in the early to mid 2000s for the PS2, Golden Sun for the Game Boy Advance back in the same time frame, and to the much least extent, Shenmue for the Dreamcast. Those games, however, required you to play the first game first and complete the game and then transfer that data over to the sequels. Because if you were to jump into the sequels first, for whatever reason, namely you don't want to go through the hassle of playing a prequel, or 2, you had no idea if it was a connected part of the series, you were more or less screwed, because the higher level enemies will pretty much kick your ass just because you did not play the first game. And the fact that Mass Effect attempted to make it stand alone while utilizing the data transfer, it's never been done before, much less decisions affecting the fates of certain characters from one game to the other. So basically, I got on board with it. Before Mass Effect entered the picture, I got exposed to BioWare with Knights of the Old Republic. I bought and have beaten the game in 2004. As a result, I've pre-ordered Jade Empire, got the collector's edition of that because of it. I've beaten it once, and as a result, I said to myself, okay, if I were to get the Xbox 360, it will be mainly for Mass Effect, the Mass Effect trilogy, and more so than Halo 3 or Call of Duty 4. So that should give you a clear picture right here. So, okay, here's what. I bought Mass Effect on launch day, on November 20th, which was literally a day before my birthday. I created 14 Commander Shepards, 7 male, 7 female, 28 files, the two files for each character, the differences being whether or not the Council lived or died in the first game, just because I wanted to see how things played out, and each individual Shepard has different decisions. Like, for example, my first Shepard romanced Ashley, but then romanced Miranda, and cheated, and then it was the file that the Council's dead. On the file that the Council's living, Shepard would remain faithful to Ashley. That sort of thing. Of course, each Commander Shepard would have a different love interest. That sort of thing. I've played... okay, let's put it this way. 14 Shepards, 28 files. So each playthrough would be roughly mid-30s to 40s. Mid-30s to low 40 hours. Pretty much. So, you're looking at least triple-digit hours at the bare minimum. And the same thing would go true for Mass Effect 2. So, you're looking at the mid triple-digit hours, or mid to high triple-digit hours, to maybe a 4-digit hour. So, that's a hell of a lot of time to invest into it. But of course, I am not crazy enough to play the game non-stop, 24/7, 365. There's no fucking way. That's the honest truth. So, as a result, I bought Mass Effect 2 on launch day, January 26th. I've been holding off on playing the game until all the DLC content was released. And I just started playing it when Arrival came in. So, that's pretty much a lot of time to kill. And as a result, I pre-ordered Mass Effect 3 on Amazon. And barely locked out on having the game delivered on release day because of some snafus with my Amazon account. That sort of thing. So basically, I'm a big fan of the Mass Effect series. And the fact that 2 games got triple-digit hour investments really speaks volumes for me. Okay, I'm just gonna give you a brief glimpse of the picture here. I've been gaming since 1995, and as it is, I have 200 plus games. You don't believe me? I'm gonna show you quick. Alright, so some of these are PC games. At least half a dozen of them I really can't play because they're Windows 95. This is my batch of PC games that I've played, and somewhere hidden is the Nintendo 64 games. So, let's see how it goes. Yeah. Both James Bond games for the Nintendo 64. Pokemon, that sort of thing. This is the Nintendo 64 games. Here is my collection of PC and Dreamcast games, and my PlayStation 1 games. So that should give you a better picture. My Xbox games, including my 360. My PS2 games. My Super Nintendo games. My Sega Genesis games. And right behind it are my Sega Saturn games. So, they're at least filling the entire shelf. And somewhere hidden in this bag... Oh, here. This is my Game Gear collection. It's right inside the box. At least a dozen of them. Same thing for my Game Boy Color games. My Game Boy Advance in that tiny ass bag. God damn it. Yeah, that's right. 200 something games. And the fact that Mass Effect 1 and 2 has triple digits to 4-digit hours, that's really speaking volumes for me here. And the one reason why I got into Mass Effect that extensively, compared to Jade Empire and Knights of the Old Republic, the fact that I could do 14 different characters, 28 files, just to play out with all of the different outcomes, high replay value because of it. Because, let's face it, in Knights of the Old Republic, you only had light side or dark side, which is basically be good or be evil. Just not one-dimensional. And as it is, I always played the same damn character just to deal with a lot less hassle. For example, I took the Scout and Sentinel just to avoid being paralyzed. That's right. I always took that every single fucking playthrough. And that was the only path I could actually tolerate. Because anything else, I would have been fucked over badly. I tried it with a soldier. There's just no way I could have done it. Last but not least,